since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is fielded at the goal line. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Okay, ready? Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, dude.
From just shy of midfield, Locke. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jared Davis gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down, and that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Breaks a tackle. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the first carry for Bush. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Telvin Smith, he was 3rd in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. On the run, it's Bush. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Bush. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Trubisky to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it across with Bush. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, a run with Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Watch the screen.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Here we go.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down and goal. Trubisky. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
They come out here in the eye. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand him up, but end up making a play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Davis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
From the 15 now after the sack. It's third and goal. Lock now on third and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it with Bush. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around it. And he's going to go down again. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for the first with Bullish. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, Pollard. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And this one's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
On 2nd down, it's Bush. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Shaquille Barrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They run with Breida. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First down. Go! 180!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Good on! 180! 54! Rip right! Rip right!
From the 38, Trubisky. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Trubisky now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. A give. This is Bush. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Switch. Pilot, 64, win. Get it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Locke going to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Locke. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Locke. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This is Breida on the draw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Nick Bosa in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time. Yeah,
because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Bush on 3rd down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it up.
And he's into the clear. 30, 10, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really Not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
180. 54 Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now.
But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for New Orleans, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no